Greece talking to Britain.
Make myself any clearer. But that's simply not possible.
Okay, this is what Greece
I don't find this funny.
wanted
It never was supposed to be.
after the fall of the Ottomans. I'll tell you right now, this is really what they wanted. So the aftermath of WWI not only saw the collapse of the Austro-Hungarian Empire, but also the Ottomans down here, who had been on a downfall for like several centuries. A lot of the European powers were trying to figure out how they were going to carve up Turkey as well. Obviously, Greece was extremely excited for that. Fortunately for them, though, this just wouldn't be possible. Renters complained that their Bulgarian landlord charges them more because they're Turkish. Renters in an apartment in Queens, New York City only found out they were being overcharged rent after discussing with other neighbors who weren't Turkish about the recent rent increases. That's an interesting surname. Your rent has been increased by 600%. No! Is this a real story? I guess one thing's for sure, the Bulgarians definitely haven't forgotten about the old Ottoman Empire. They still kind of hold a grudge. Iceland is one of the only countries without mosquitoes, snakes, or other reptiles. They also have very few species of spiders, none of which are harmful to humans. I guess this is literally what the entire world is saying right now. Meanwhile, the Australians be like, the land of the weak, come to Australia where the mosquitoes are big enough to carry away small children. Oh, is that where this sign comes from? Me after realizing the production of Shrek 5 could be affected if WW3 starts. No freaking fighting to the US, Iran, and Russia. Sure, China and Taiwan are back there as well. But after Shrek 5 drops, go ahead and do whatever you want to do. Nuke the planet, I don't care anymore. I'm Macedonian, No, we cannot accept this name. There's only one Macedonia in Greece. Hey, I'm the province of Luxembourg in Belgium. Oh, cool. I'm Luxembourg, the country. Want to hang out? There's really only two ways to deal with people that copy your name. Some places are just a little bit more chill about it than others. As a side note, does anyone else want to unify a mega Luxembourg? I mean, technically speaking, they would still be the smallest by far, considering all their neighbors, but man, this thing would be epic. This is my neighbor Spain. She is a pain in my butt. I am lazy, says Portugal. She is lazy. I colonize South America. She colonizes South America. She is well known throughout the world for her atrocities. I am not. Great success, says Portugal. Also, I poor, sad face. Maybe that's kind of a factor that helps people forget now. Man, little brothers never get any of the blame. This girl looking on in terror at a nuclear facility. Now she's advocating to get rid of it. Now she's got TV cameras in front of her. She's even being posted on social media. Oh, she's won a grand award from the world. Meanwhile, the nuclear facilities have turned into something, I think, a little bit more polluty. Polluty's a word, right? Oh, that was actually just the country of Germany the entire time. What a twist. Who could have predicted this? Germany shuts down its last nuclear power station. It is evolving just backwards. This has definitely been an awkward time for Germany ever since the Russian invasion of Ukraine. I wonder how this is going to turn out. Notice how the north part is always the evil part. We have South Korea and North Korea. We had South Vietnam and North Vietnam before the US's giant L. There's the Republic of Cyprus and the self-declared Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus. And finally, the German unification thing that went on a while ago. I'm actually only reviewing this because of one reason. The Brits are now just taking it out on Scotland, I guess. When do they stop? Wait, the North is always the most evil? Hold up just 1 second. Thank you, nations/peoples, for despising the Dixies. We have Turkey, Austria, Thailand, and Ireland. All countries that were not big fans of No USA, No America. Famously, Britain and France decided to remain neutral in that whole matter. Prettiest place in Texas versus ugliest place in Oklahoma. It appears that the incredible natural beauty of our great country supersedes state and regional rivalries. Oh, touche. I think he might have a little bit of a point here. I thought we were going to continue that whole Red River showdown. Imagine if your main national icon was lent to you by the French. Oh, I think they kind of got us there, bros. This kind of is the most iconic icon in all the US. Although we did decide to change it up a little bit after the French gave it to us. Gave it a little bit new of a paint job. Okay, maybe I'm a little bit wrong for saying this, but doesn't the original color look a lot better? Imagine it was like this golden bronze sort of thing. It does seem to be a little bit weird since it's green. It's not like we have green on our flag or anything. Maybe the real treasure was the friends we made along the way, along with the huge diamond we looted from India. That treasure was nice too. Let's not forget about that. Friendship and diamonds from India. What a great combination. This is a helicopter destroyer. Yep, but it can also carry an F-35, right? Yep. So it does carry aircrafts, right? Makes sense to me. So it's an aircraft carrier. No, it's a helicopter destroyer. Oh, the logic of Japan and their naval machinery. I will say helicopter destroyer does sound pretty cool. Is the reason for this because Japan cannot have an offensive weapon such as an aircraft carrier. They just have to have a special name to get around that whole thing. Here's how Sweden plans to transfer 10 Leopard 2 tanks to Ukraine. Unfortunately, it might take the Ukrainians a couple years to build since all the instructions will be really hard and unclear to read, possibly in Swedish too, I don't know. You know what, why do you even give it to them? Just take it back. This guy kicking out corrupt government, and you stay out, says any Balkan country. Meanwhile, save your opposition, who also turns out to be corrupt. Oh, is this the ongoing cycle for this region? Oh, okay. Well, at least the first part they got down. Australians resisting the urge to add mate in every comment on posts about Australia to let everyone know they're Australian. I say we remove all the M, A, T, and E's off every Australian keyboard just to see how long they can survive. Oh, you know what? I think they'll be fine. They'll just start using the C word. Please, spend our money wisely. Meanwhile, Greece, Iberia, and Italy, no. Now that's truly much more Giga Chad. We're gonna spend your money on siestas, and you're gonna like it. No! I wanna do that. Between 2001 and 2002, people could pay $70 to be flung through the air from a trebuchet into a net 75 feet away at this water park in England. Tragically, this proved to be exactly as safe as it sounds. Honestly, I don't care. Put me in that thing. Who doesn't want to experience the full force of a superior medieval siege weapon? Oh yeah, and by the way, this is absolutely real. They're not joking at all. This looks fun. I want to try. I'm not surprised, England. MFers from Poland, when you say Poland is like Russia, yeah, that is not gonna go very well. Final word you'll hear is curve wall, and then you'll get smashed into a wall. Poland demands nuclear weapons. At this point, I'm not surprised. They will have those weapons for like 3.2 seconds before they donate one to Ukraine, I'm thinking. I love how Poland has become easily the most terrifying country out of this whole ordeal with Russia and Ukraine. They ain't playing any games anymore. 1785, ew, why do we need to waste money on a navy? We got an army, the sea isn't important. 1947, why would we make a whole branch just for the air? The air isn't that important. Now, Space Force, space isn't important, haha, they look like Star Trek, please collapse. This is one of those things that probably does have time on its side. When will we get just like a straight up AI branch of the military? Something just to compete with all the AI memes as of recently. They're taking over. Average peaceful coexist fan versus average hate thy neighbor enjoyer. Oh, would you look at that? It seems like most of these countries are coming from a certain region. They're not even swole doge. They're swole giga doge. Try a little bit harder, EU. Pinoy names: Carlos, Jose, Jason, Kyle versus Vietnamese names. I'm not gonna be able to pronounce them, but we have Skillful Hero, Golden Phoenix, Virtuous Wisdom, Radiant Prosperity. Wait, are you saying there's a Giga Chad Vietnamese guy? He looks even better than the original. Wait, I'm now just realizing you can mix and match any country's Giga Chad and find something. This is the Korea version. Again, the original Giga Chad might be facing a little bit of competition. There's even a Filipino Giga Chad somewhere in Canada. Look at the meteor showers. Yeah, it's so beautiful. Meanwhile, in Greenland, and this is exactly why Greenland only has like 50,000 people living in it. It's constantly raining down rocks of fire. It's kind of hard to keep people alive in this instance. The government worker in the Missouri cheese storage watching a horde of Wisconsinites descend into the vault. Yeah, they're not going to be able to stop them at this point. Once Wisconsinites get cheese, it's pretty much game over. World's not stopping them. Just wait till the cheese raids begin. The US has the largest air force. Meanwhile, the Air Force, the Navy, or the Army alone would still be in first place. Even without the Air Force? Wait, I knew that the Navy has planes. I didn't know the Army does as well. When your hookup doesn't know the difference between the European Council and the Council of Europe. Yeah, just get out of here. I'm disgusted with you. Me pretending to know that there's a difference between these two. The international organization based in Strasbourg, France, which was created in 1949, now includes 46 countries. The European Council is an institution with 27 member European Union, composed of representatives of 27. Okay, so Council of Europe is more of just like the entire continent. Actually gets even more confusing than that when you include the EU Customs Union, the Eurozone, the EEA, the Schengen area. Gotta make sure I pronounce that right. NATO can perfectly block Russia from the Baltic Sea by stuffing Denmark into the Gulf of Finland. It is literally that easy. I don't see why we haven't come up with this solution way earlier. I mean, what's the point of even having Denmark here anyways? It's kind of just there. No reason why they can't just make Legos closer to Finland and Russia. And look, you can even keep a lot of these islands here. We just need this like big peninsula thing. What if we just take Denmark and push it somewhere else? Entering the Balkans versus exiting the Balkans. Yeah, you'll definitely come out a changed man. I cannot wait for my first time visiting the Balkans. It's gonna be great. I just hope that I can somehow make it back. Hope they don't watch my videos. The EU asks, have you done your homework? There's Germany, who has done their homework. All of the Nordic countries who have done their homework and contrasted the results with each other. Nordic places go above and beyond. Has done his homework at the last minute. There was football on TV. Not surprised, UK. Has done his homework. Refused to share his results. Thank you, Netherlands. Has done half his homework. Asked Netherlands to share his results. Oh, we already got the answers. They didn't share the results. Poor Belgium. Has done his homework. Has all the exercises wrong. Oh, France. Portugal tried to do his homework. Gave up almost instantly. Then there's Italy, who hasn't even done his homework. Spain, who didn't know there was any homework. Greece didn't know there was even a class. And meanwhile, Turkey, the weird immigrant classmate, he doesn't speak the language. So did he or did he not do the homework? That's the question. As long as he turns in a piece of paper right, it doesn't get like a 0. A perfect summary for how the European nations work. Wait, now who's the annoying kid that reminds the teacher that there is homework just before she almost forgot? Is it Switzerland or something? I'm assuming the nation of Luxembourg just bought their way to an A already. Meanwhile, the nation of Austria is just trying to stay as quiet as possible because they've managed to start 2 massive riots throughout the school recently. They're kind of responsible for both, but they don't want anyone to realize it. A basic summary of how northern Nordic lands work. It's just Norway and Finland squeezing into Sweden. Let's not pretend like they don't love it though. This is exactly what they want. They wouldn't change a thing. And big thanks to my patrons. Help, this is the real Drew. I was kidnapped and that's the imposter.
Drew's Argentinian
the slow,
grandpa.
depressing Portugal
Schengen,
Brighton
follow
Amateur.
Archaeology.
Is allowed.
JohnDenver,
KirinoIsBestGirl,
Phresh
Animations,
Robert,
TheGreatRalphy,
the Polish-Lithuanian
Kidnapped Drew.
Commonwealth.
His ransom is 5
ZaneyBoi,
fillet of fish,
and
and
why
he's
am I
at
doing this?
308 Negro Royal Lane.